random YouTube phone stream that I'm trying to figure out how this even works. Does the chat just appear at some point? I guess. I have no idea how this works. Why would I bother testing any of this? You know, I don't know how to do YouTube anymore. But how's it going? This is just a random pop-up stream that I decided to do while I'm back in Canada. Oh, there we go. It works. Slim, how's it going? Welcome on in, Slim Kirby. How's it going, pal? Yeah, I just wanted to give everyone kind of a little update on what was going on. Maybe talk about the past a little bit. It's appropriate. It'll be thematic. And maybe answer some questions as what's going on. Maybe some people rolling on in here or not. I do, before I get going here, I need to post that I'm live. I hope these links work on social media because I have never done this on YouTube, so this is new ground for me. So oh well, I mean, it seems like it looks like it works. So okay, we should be good. Something else I should probably do that I meant to when I started this was to turn Do Not Disturb mode on my phone, because knowing my luck, I'll get a phone call during this. Absolutely. But all right, I think it's all good now. I think everything's all cool. I'm rocking my sweet Minecraft shirt. My birthday's coming up in a little over a week now, just over a week now, and so because I'm back in Canada and I'm seeing my family for the first time in like 13 months, they're kind of taking me out and doing birthday stuff. But my mom got me this Minecraft shirt. She thought I liked Minecraft. I mean, I don't dislike Minecraft, but I mean, I'm not about to become a mine tuber or whatever that's called these days. So, but it's a comfy shirt. So, and I could see her. Here's the thing: I could see her walking into the stream because she's starting to do the YouTube stuff now, and so, you know, I want her to walk in and be like, "Oh, you're wearing the shirt I got you." That's the reaction I'm looking for. But all right, the scheduling seems to have worked. You know, I'll probably do this more. This is actually pretty comfortable. Not how I have this situated right now. This is not a very comfortable setup right now. But I mean, this is very easy. I'm surprised at how easy this is to do. I see why people do this. This is fairly simple to just go and just kind of talk. So that's awesome. So what's going on? Why am I doing this? Where's the new content? You know, I made a video back in May outlining a whole bunch of things. What's going on? What's going on with Odin? So as I mentioned back in May, I was going to start streaming regularly on YouTube starting like mid-June, early July. This is early July, and this is not regular streaming. But of course, since I made that update video, a lot happened in the next month. Literally, the end of May, I got word that I was able to start working in the United States, which was a long time coming. I had applied for that to do that last July, and I only got it approval at the end of May. So, you know, I've been waiting a bit, and you know, this isn't my this isn't my job. You know, this is my hobby. Always has been. If one day, you know, in the future it did become my job, that would be great. But right now it's just my hobby, so I had to put my focus into looking for a job. And ideally, I would like to find a job before like coming back to doing regular streaming, because then I can schedule my streams around my work hours, as opposed to having like a nice stream schedule that I like, and then I get a job, and then it's like, oh, guess what? This doesn't work anymore, and now I have to change everything. So that's why, like, I was really consistent on streaming like every week. Like when I made that update video, I was streaming on Twitch like like every day, pretty much Monday through Friday. And then basically as soon as that hit, like as soon as like I found out I could start working, pretty much everything stopped in my effort to like try and find work. And then also Madame Wario, my wife, you don't know that, she just had surgery on her thumb. And so I was kind of taking care of her like the first week. She's doing good now, by the way. I mean, she's like driving around and stuff. So like it's all like she's definitely getting better now. Like she's able to take care of herself now. She still is recovering, but she's able to do stuff. But so like I everything that I was kind of doing streaming wise, it kind of just stopped. And I've been trying to finish a project on Twitch. I've been playing Tales of Vesperia, and I really want to finish that game because I'm like so far in. I would be so disappointed with myself, honestly, if I was like, you know what? I'm like 80 hours into this game. I'm just going to stop now and not finish it. Like, yeah, I could finish it on my own and just start the YouTube stuff whenever. But I think it's just best just to finish that, you know, tie up that loose end and then get everything going on YouTube. And hopefully that will all work out where I'll be working, and then have that finished and it'll all be good. But I'm really excited to start doing like all the content on here again, because this wasn't my plan to do this as a first stream on YouTube since that video. But I thought it'd be kind of fun because I'm actually back in my old house, my dad's place. This is where the everything started. You know, this is not like when I was like a little kid. This is when Let's Playing started for me. Because I haven't lived here like my entire. It's not like one of those homes where like sometimes like, you know, your family might have been living in the same house like your entire life. No, not like most of my life, but not my entire life. But yeah, like I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a live stream from here because I don't know, it's not the same phone. Absolutely not. How's it going, Pixie? Welcome on in. Turner the Drew, did I say hi to you? Probably not. I'm sorry. Welcome on in. But I thought it'd be a little fun to kind of talk. I was gonna do like a tour and kind of show around like the different rooms, but like nothing looks the same anymore. So I don't know if it really mean anything at all. King Kienzen, welcome on in. How's it going? But this room that I'm in right now, you won't recognize anything because it's way different than what it was. But this is where I did, you know, what projects did I do in here? Like Donkey Kong Country Returns and Pokemon Trading Card Game. This is when I had a monitor that broke and the composite input stopped working on it. And I started playing games in black and white because I had to plug it into like the component green and it was black and white. So I played like half of Donkey Kong Country Returns in black and white. I had a TV when I used to work at the movie theater. There was like the custodial staff that worked in the mall or whatever, and they were throwing out some TVs, and I'm like, hey, I need an old TV to play games on. Like, hey, you can have this. I was like, sweet. So I brought that home, and my parents, they were like, this is ugly. We don't want this in here. And you know, without my consent, they got rid of it. And I was pretty mad, honestly, because this probably goes for a lot of people. I'm sure I'm not alone in this. But back in the day, I may have not have told my parents what I was doing, making Let's Plays and stuff. I don't think they would have understood that back in the day. So like it didn't start becoming a thing talking to them about that until like money became involved. You know what I mean? Like that, you know, as soon as you start making a paycheck or something like that, then it's like, oh, is that what you're doing? It's like, but no, I guess I was pretty embarrassed when I was young. And also I was supposed to be like in school and whatnot. And I was like skipping school for this. But anyway, so that's this room here. I've been in most of the bedroom. I've lived in most of the bedrooms in my dad's house now. This used to be my sister's old room, but then I ended up moving in here when she moved out, and then I was in the room beside, that's where the Let's Plays began, in the room beside this. But now it's an office. It's not even a bedroom anymore. It's an office. And out in the kitchen where I did my bag of milk update, if you remember that, I have not had any bagged milk since I've been here, by the way, because this might come as a shock, but neither of my parents buy bagged milk. Because they drink they don't drink regular milk. They have like almond milk and like anything like lactose free milk, like stuff like, yes, not regular regular bagged milk. Yeah, Kirby 64 more fun than a bag of milk. I know. How could they? But yeah, I have not had any bagged milk since I've been here. I did have some Smarties though, and that was good. And I have a caramel waiting for me as well. But so I've tried to indulge in the Canadian stuff that I've missed. I had Harvey's yesterday. I loved it. Boston pizza. So I've been trying to. I'm only here for like 6 days, and I'm on like day 3 or 4 now. So this is not a long trip whatsoever. So this is kind of a lightning round of trying to fit in everything while I'm here. But it's kind of weird being back here. Honestly, I was so tired when we like drove in from when they picked me up, and my dad like woke me up. He's like, "We're back," and I was like, "Huh?" And we were pulling into town, and like honestly, I didn't even really recognize it. Like, yeah, I did, but I didn't get giddy. I wasn't like, "Woohoo, I'm back." It wasn't anything like that. It was kind of more like, "Oh, I'm back." So that's how it is. Like I said, I'm not upset or anything like that. I'm here for purpose more than like vacation. Because if I was here for vacation, then Madame Wario, she'd be here with me. But she didn't come because it was a little too pricey for us both to come here for such a shortened stay, and she's still recovering from surgery. And like I said, I'm not just here to see my family. Yes, it's great that I am like able to do that for sure. Like, of course, I'm going to make the most of it. But no, I had to get my my driver's license renewed because I'm still waiting on paperwork in the States there, the whole like green card thing. And I was able, they said you shouldn't leave until you get that, but I did get a travel document, so they'll probably give me a rough time going back. But maybe not. But there should not be a reason why I wouldn't be able to go back. And because I don't have the green card, then I can't just like get a driver's license there. Because I would just do that. But I can't just be without a driver's license. Like it's pretty important to get around. So that was really the main reason I came back here, because unfortunately I should have done this before I left in the first place, and then I wouldn't be making this stream right now. But I didn't. Great story, I know. So yeah, that's my main reason for being here, and that's all done. So now I'm just kind of just biding my time, waiting around. I'm supposed to see Pixel soon, so we're gonna see each other. So that'll be fun. So spoilers. So that'll be a good time. And then I really don't have any plans at all today. Yeah, or what? I don't have any plans at all today. So what I'm going to be doing is going through I have all bunch of stuff here that I left here. Because when I moved to the States, I flew. And as you can imagine, you can't exactly bring a ton of stuff flying. So I'm gonna bring a whole bunch of stuff back now because I actually have some. I brought empty luggage bags. I know it seems silly, but I brought empty luggage bags here so that I can bring back stuff. So last night I was going through some old stuff. Gonna might sell some stuff. I definitely have gone through and like, why am I keeping this? There's a lot of that where I've been like, why am I keeping this? I'm gonna get rid of some. I'm gonna donate some stuff. I'm gonna sell some stuff. And then I'm gonna bring back stuff that's usable for me, for not only just entertainment, but also for videos, for streams. Ooh. Like for instance, you know, some of the consoles that we have hooked up at the place, because you know, Bobo streams a lot of like N64 and GameCube and whatnot. So I'm gonna bring back my N64 collection, of which most I think she has already, but I'm gonna bring my carts back. I don't know why I was so extra with that. And then, you know, I'll probably bring back my like GameCube games. Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, maybe finish it. Oh, maybe that could be fun. Maybe stream that. I mean, I won't. Well, if I just started at like chapter 7, just like, you know, you guys remember? I mean, you guys would remember if you played the game. You would know what's going on. I'd be like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't think to be honest, I don't think I streamed to chapter 7 back when I streamed it on Amiib Bros. I think that was I think I streamed to like the Glitz Pit or something, which is probably like my favorite part of the game. And then like that's it. At that point, I'm just like, I've done the coolest part of the game for me. I've played most of the game. You can only play if you get the totally required. Oh, you know, I would absolutely, you know, of course, I would absolutely. I'd play it up too, especially if like nobody had seen me like stream before, and I'd be like, "What are you talking about?" You know, I'd definitely be super sarcastic about it, absolutely, because that's how I am. I get that from my brother. He does that a lot too. Like he's of the mindset of like trying to get you mad. Like that's what he'll do. He'll go out of his way. So I find myself doing that a lot too, because it's funny. But yeah, I probably bring back my GameCube stuff. Maybe my Wii stuff. I have a lot of Wii, and I have a lot of Wii U, but most of that Wii U is getting sold now because I've given up on the complete collection. I got I got like a quarter or a fifth of the way there, and I was like, you know what? This is stupid. I don't want to. I'm sick of collecting shovelware. So, you know, I'm probably gonna be down to like 5 Wii U games by the time I sell all of them. Probably a little more than that. And there were some games I'm like, why am I selling these? There was definitely some like, huh? Like I was trying to sell like Kirby's Dream Land on Game Boy, and I don't know if anybody that I had talked to wanted that, but I'm kind of like, no, I don't want to sell that now. I was like, yeah, I own it on other things, but like, why would I sell that? I don't see a reason to, you know, like I like that game. It's fine. I guess maybe that's why I was trying to sell it, because I was just like, you know, it's whatever. It's first Kirby game though, right? So, but yeah, I was going through stuff and just getting rid of random stuff. I have some random stuff right here. Like I got this Tecmo Super NBA basketball on Super Nintendo. That had like this really awful case that I was holding on to for some reason. I was like, and I don't mean like an original box. It wasn't. It was like, if it was an original box, it was like put in one of those, like, remember they were selling those like clear cases, those like, they weren't modular, but they were like, you know, those universal cases. It was in one of those, but it was like destroyed. And I was like, why am I holding on to this? I'm like, this is gross. So, you know, I was like, get rid of that. And then I have like this Club Nintendo Smash Bros 3DS Wii U soundtrack. I'm gonna try to bring this stuff to like a store and see if they'll just take it here, because I really don't want to go online and do anything with it, because I'm just like, you know, it's not worth the effort to me. I'd rather just get rid of it now and get like $2 for it. I don't care at that point. You know what I mean? Just if they don't take it, I'll just take it to like Value Village or something, which I haven't been to yet. Pretty excited for that. Also, I gotta drink some water because I am thirsty. Oh man, I got a very nostalgic glass out of the fridge for me, because we've had that Disney glass since I started doing Let's Plays. We've had that a long time. So I was like, all right, I gotta pull up that won't mean anything to you guys, but I know that glass has been in that freezer for a long time. So not like it's been there for 15 years, never touched. Do I have my plans figured out for today? Not really. I mean, I'm gonna do this for a little bit. I'm gonna talk, maybe answer some questions if anyone has any, and then I'll probably go back through those boxes and see what's in there and try to pack up like what I can, because that's kind of what I want to do. Is kind of go through that. Oh, TC, how's it going? Welcome on in. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to take my time. Like, I'm just trying to take it easy while I'm here. Trying to do like what I can. Nice shirt. Hey, I wore it. Just see, if anyone's here at the beginning of the stream, you know. I wore it with purpose. It's very comfy. It's very like loose. It's gonna be great when I eventually go out at some point today. But throw me right off. So yeah, as far as live streaming goes, I'm just kind of waiting till I find work before I start a consistent thing. I want to give a shout out to Pixel again. Pixel, great friend. Thanks again, pal. I commissioned him to do some rebranding for my online stuff, including YouTube and other social media, but mostly YouTube. So when I'm ready to like commit to the new schedule and finally like, all right, this is happening, you get to see all of that, all the fun new assets and stuff. I'm gonna make a little trailer, a little bumper that'll probably play before my streams and stuff, and it'll be a little teaser. I'm pretty excited, honestly. It all looks very good. It's all very me, and you know, it definitely goes into my Let's Play roots, which my logo currently goes into my Let's Play roots, but this goes into it, but better, but good, done well, not done by me in like, you know, a couple hours in GIMP, not knowing what I'm doing. This looks nice. I can't wait to show it all off. I'm really excited. So you'll have to wait and see. I'm like, you know, I guess I could just change everything now, but I think it'll be better to have a nice like grand reveal. You know, a grand reopening per se. So I think that'll be a good time. What did the scheduling thing work for people, by the way? I literally never done that. I was getting the stream ready, and I was like, it was like 11:40, and I was like, should I wait till noon before I start? I was like, I guess so. And it like got me to take like a thumbnail photo. So I did that, which was kind of funny. You saw it pop up on the homepage? Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if I need to schedule those more in advance than 15 minutes, but I'm glad it worked at least, you know. Click the bell, you know, get the notifications. I don't know. Is that what people tell you to do now? I'll have to get used to doing all that stuff again, right? With YouTube. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. You know, I want to do Let's Plays again. I genuinely do. I can't wait to do that again. I really need this new job so that we can move. Honestly, I need a new job so we can move, get a place where I'll have like a streaming office. You know, and that's ideally what I want to do is have a little spot where I can just kind of do this kind of stuff now. You know, I have the house to myself currently, but that's only because nobody's home. That's not and I'm also, you know, not at my home anymore. So it's not quite the same thing, but hey, Meta, how's it going? Favorite sector in Metroid Fusion, assuming you've played it. Well, I've done a Let's Play of it, actually. That's been a long time since I played Metroid Fusion. Probably, I guess the first one that comes to mind is the aquarium one, because it's kind of like split into two parts where like you kind of have like all the mechanical stuff at the start. And I think that has like the like grapple sections and stuff like that. I remember that a lot. And then it has like the natural parts to it where it's like more underwater and has like reef and stuff like that. I don't know. I just remember that one standing out to me a lot. I'm not a big fan of water sections in Metroid, honestly, but I think that one stands out. Thanks for the question. Yeah, like I said, ask me questions. I got nothing going on. I'm just talking for a bit and then probably wrap this up. But this is kind of more of what I want to do going forward, besides just doing like gameplay videos and let's plays and streaming and whatnot. I kind of want to have this breakdown where we just kind of talk, just discuss random stuff. I'm gonna be here's a little sneak peek behind the curtain. I'm gonna be starting a podcast, and this is really why I want to have a work schedule that I know, because I want to have the podcast actually have like a definitive date every week and a time. Like if my other content gets bumped around due to work, whatever, but I would always want to make sure I have like a weekly podcast where it always falls the same time, the same time, the same day of the week, like every time. So I know that I wasn't talking about like the grapple beam. I just know there's sections where you like hang on, like there's like sections in Metroid Fusion where you like hang on the ceiling and like slide around. That's kind of more what I was saying. I don't like literally mean the grapple beam. I just know there is, or maybe you climb on that in that. It's been a really long time since I played Metroid Fusion. I'm sorry, I don't remember every game. But I know there's something like that in that game. Is it like where you like crawl across the ceiling? Like there's something like that, right? I'm not crazy. There is definitely something like that in Metroid Fusion. But I'm like, I know this is a thing, right? Anyway, I think that was in that area of the game. But so yeah, I still have some more stuff to go through. Most of my collection. The unfortunate part is I can't bring everything back home with me because there's just too much stuff still. Hopefully when we move, my dad said he'd drive down the rest of my things. So the more I can take now, the more of my stuff that I can take back with me now, the less he will have to take with him, which is good. And then, I'll have stuff there until we move anyway, right? Most of which I probably won't touch. I mean, it's been in storage for 14 months, so clearly I haven't been using it. It would be nice to use some of it for sure, but I don't know how likely some of that's really going to be like imperative to getting to. What I do want to bring back though is a variety of my DS and 3DS games, because Bobo has a 3DS capture card. So that would be pretty fun to do some of that stuff. I've never done any of that on my channel before. Well, actually, I have done Kid Icarus Uprising and Smash Bros. 3DS webcam style. Probably two of the worst games you could probably do like that. Like Pokemon would probably be good because it's like turn-based, but I did do those forever ago to like 2 videos. So I guess technically I have, but no, a capture card would be a lot nicer. I have streamed a little bit. Again, thanks Pixel when he loaned me his 3DS capture card. And I know the person that I want to buy off of has started to start releasing those again for the newer 3DSs, the new 3DS. But I'm not working right now, so money is I don't have the money for that. I do not have the money to do that. I probably more so upgrade my setup first before I started thinking about more tech upgrades. Because honestly, I have all the things that I need. Honestly, my computer's good. I got a good capture card. I swear I got this AverMedia one. I swear by that. It's like an internal one. If you're I'm not. This isn't a sponsored thing or anything. I wish. But yeah, if you're like, hey, I need a capture card, or I need to replace mine or something like that. If you have a desktop, I would definitely recommend getting an internal card, because that has been the best capture card I've ever used. I've always used a USB one, and it's simple. I get it. But if you take the time to like install that, and it doesn't take long, it's just like you slot it into your computer and tighten a screw. It's not hard. It's It's awesome. It's like 1080p, whatever. I don't have a 4K anything. Does anyone have a 4K something? Maybe. Also, I had a question of do I miss Canada? Honestly, no. I know it seems weird, but I don't. I've enjoyed my time here so far. I missed my family for sure. You know, I really wanted to see them again. But as far as being back here, it hasn't felt really like different. I guess I haven't really done anything either. I guess, and I said this isn't really a vacation or anything. But it's more so about seeing family. So the location is if we were in Hawaii right now, as long as my family was there, it'd be good. Also, I'd be in Hawaii, so that'd probably be way better. I don't think anyone would object to that. I don't think my family would object to that. They'd be like, yeah, we get that. That's a dream location for me. Just visiting there would be one thing, but living there would be sweet. You do the online thing, and you can work from anywhere, and you're making enough money. Why not live in Hawaii? Yeah, weather and stuff, and it's expensive there, but once money's no option, who cares? That's what I would do. So just have to have a routine for the location you're at. 1-2 hours, not too bad to integrate yourself. Just the people I'd miss. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of why I moved. Art teacher had there as their goal. I think she did make it there. Hey, it's a good goal to have. Yeah, that's pretty much why I moved. I know that wasn't really a question, but a lot of my family was in one location, but so many of them have kind of gone to different areas now of Canada, and it's there's not really a if I got married and I'm from Canada and she's from the United States, and it's we got to live in one of the locations, or I guess we could live somewhere else and just be screw all of our family. Didn't do that. But it just made more sense to move to the United States because more of her family is I guess a lot of her family's kind of going other places too, but it's a little more centralized than stuff here now. Canada's so much larger, and there's some family definitely going very far away. non-drivable distances. Non-reasonable driving distances. 2-3 hours, sure. Days, maybe not. You could, but probably not. So that was kind of the big reason why I ended up going to the U.S. So, yep, that's it. All right, now I'll talk a little bit longer, and then we get going here. I'm like I said, I'm still trying to get used to all this. What does this button do? Is this a filter? Ooh, I can change lighting on here. You're probably supposed to do that before the stream starts. Although I don't think so, because I don't think that option was there before. Also, none of them are loading. So what else? We can save a highlight. I can mute my microphone. Oh man, tons of options here. Yeah, there's not exactly a ton of things that I can do from my phone whatsoever here. But yeah, I'm just trying to think if there was anything else that maybe I was trying to cover. Like I said, I'm waiting to start my job. I don't have a job, for the record. It's not I'm trying to get interviews to get a job. But I'm not really focused on that while I'm home in Canada. I'm trying to take it easy, and once I get back, hit the pavement again. But that's why I haven't been doing the live streams on YouTube. I feel like everybody who has said anything in this chat so far is aware of this. So I don't think I'm really breaking any news here right now. You probably all know this already. But just in case, maybe you're a viewer in the future, or maybe you seriously have not seen any of my Twitch streams. You don't follow me on Twitter. You're not in my Discord. Various other outlets where I've posted this stuff and talked about it. You don't know any of that, then now here's where you're getting it. Now here's where you're getting your update. So I guess it seems weird. I probably should post more on YouTube about the comeback, but I don't want it just to kind of keep being like, hey, it's going to happen soon. I'd rather it just happen. I don't know about you guys, but it kind of sucks to like hear an update for something and then just kind of get dragged along with it as opposed to it just happening. Although I guess it's more in line with like Metroid Prime 4 where they announced it and guess what? There's just like no updates on it. I guess maybe that is worse. Maybe I should post on here more. Little stuff like this. Maybe even just little like videos. Just what's going on, you know? What's the deal? Why haven't I started the streams yet? Maybe like a day before I start. Yeah, I mean, I'm not just going to be like bam, I'm just going to start, but I'll probably do like another live stream like this before I go, like really with everything. Probably just more chill stuff like this. When I get a little more comfortable with maybe like going places, maybe like and doing this at the same time, then maybe do that. See that back in the past, you know, if you did something like this out in public, you know, people would be like, what the heck is this guy doing? But nowadays everyone's doing that, so it's not the same. We watch a lot of not recently, but we're watching Griff, you know, Griffin Lobster. Shout out to Griff. He streams on Twitch. If you didn't know that, you know, he did It's the Program, and he did a lot of stuff in person back in the day. And there's like one video where he did like a blooper where he's like embarrassed because his mom's like saying like, oh yeah, he's doing this vlog series online, and he looks like all embarrassed. But like nowadays that would be nothing. You know what I mean? Like everyone's doing that. And that one was 2013. That wasn't even the 2011 one he did. That was the 2013 one that he did. So, all right, or was it 2012? I think he did It's Another Vacation in 2013. And yeah, like just so much has changed. Like so much has changed online in the just in the online user base and what people are doing video wise, what people like. And I have not changed whatsoever. I'm the same kind of content that I've been doing since 2008, because it's what I like. And hey, some people still like that kind of content, so you know, it's my niche, and I enjoy it, and I appreciate that other people do, because it's a fun art form. I do want to start doing other fun stuff for sure. You know, I really like game shows a lot, so I'm always trying to figure out stuff with that, trying to implement that. But in order to do a game show, you need contestants, so it's not as easy as, you can't just run one of those. You have to get other people who are genuinely interested in it. So you know, that kind of stuff takes time. You know, but I would love to do more like collaboration stuff like that, because it is fun. You know, I would love to do that. Not necessarily review style things, but like I said, I want to do a podcast. I want to do a live stream podcast, you know, where I talk for an hour about what's going on in the gaming sphere. You know, I used to do that in the past. You know, I did Bottoms Up. You know, I did that for about a year. I think we like solidly got a year out of that. I don't think we got 50 episodes, but I think it was like once every other week or something. But I think we got about a year out of that. So you know, I'd love to do a podcast like that. Get some guests on once in a while. You know, talk games. Because I feel most of the games I play, I feel like I'm not the kind of hardcore gamer that you think I would be, or that you probably are. I'm really casual, because most of the games that I play these days, I'm streaming. It is not very often that I play a game on my own that I have never played before either. I have a lot of comfort games that I'll play on my own. For instance, Fire Emblem 7 just came out on Switch Online, and I had been playing that on my own before I left, but I haven't touched it since I've been here. But you know, I really like that game, so so I've been playing that on my own. But you know, if someone asked me to play multiplayer, like I played Mario Golf Super Rush the other night, with PTM and Slim and PTM's friend, and you know, I hadn't touched that game, and since the costume stopped being a thing, since they stopped adding that stuff to the game, so like, you know what I mean? Like it's I don't really I don't really play games unless I'm like streaming them. So I feel like I used to a lot when I was younger. You know, when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I definitely was. And I think and I think that's why when I started doing Let's Plays, I was in that phase of like just really being about games, and that's why I started doing Let's Plays in the first place. Was because like I loved. I mean, I still do love video games, but like I was just like in that. It was different, how, like kind of how I approached it, and so now it's so laid back. I guess it's just like being an adult and growing up. You know, getting married does a lot. Moving to another country. You know, trying to find work, like legitimate work, not just like a part-time job. You know, trying to find a actual like place and not just like a small apartment, like something actually decent, like all that kind of stuff. Like just really is just like, you know, your downtime isn't spent on that. At least for me, it's not really spent on that anymore. So that's why I love doing this. That's why I love this hobby still of streaming video games and talking to you guys, because this is the time where I get to step away from all that real life stuff that's really stressful. Some of it's good, you know, being married's good, for the record. I'm not saying that's stressful. But like, you know, I get to step away from all the stuff that is serious and, you know, like important. And I get to take it, you know, remember what I enjoy doing, which is playing video games. And this is my medium. This is why I don't like. A lot of people try to get me like watch TV shows. My family has. I just don't. I'll watch a movie because it's kind of like you consume it and then that's it. You know, I would rather sit through like a 2-hour movie than watch like 12 episodes of a show. You know what I mean? Like I would rather just, you know, like, yeah, true, you could watch like a hour like show and like stop there, but then you're kind of it's like a new commitment that I'd rather not have. I'd rather just be like, oh, this is my time off, I'll watch a movie, you know. So that's kind of how I've always been for a long time. You know, I'd rather spend that time, you know, if I'm not streaming and I have downtime, I'm always trying to like figure out something I should be doing for this. I spend a lot of time on this, and something I have been doing on my own lately, unrelated to streaming and unrelated to doing real life stuff, but both kind of connected, is I've been trying to make a game. And I have been interested in game development since like since I was like 7. Like when I was like 7, 8 years old, I would have like a binder of like just lined paper, and I can't tell you how much stuff I wrote in that, trying to emulate my favorite video games and stuff onto paper and make games like that. And I had a bunch of ideas, and that's kind of what my username actually stems from that, from that time, and which is crazy that I'm still using it, but you know, so I've done it all. You know, I used RPG Maker a lot during high school, some like unofficial translated one that everybody used because it was the only way to use it. You know, I went to school for computer programming, didn't pan out. I've dabbled around in other things. I've dabbled around in just, you know, various programming things, but now I'm back to pen and paper binder. That's what I'm back to doing now with this game, because I'm like, I got to go back to my roots. I feel like that's going to be the way. So now I have about four or five pages so far, and it's just game mechanics. No story. No story, no characters, just 4 or 5 pages of game mechanics, because that is my favorite part of a video game, is playing the game. If the character's interesting, cool. If the story's fun, cool. If the music's good, awesome. But I can't write down, well, I guess you can write down music, but I probably wouldn't be able to hear it in my head. But But game mechanics, that's what I like doing. I love creating games. You know, I made name that game tune. I've been working on another trivia game, and I love making that stuff. That's my favorite. That's my favorite thing. I made a lot of Mario Maker levels. I just love creating game things. So I think this is gonna be a hit. Also, King, I didn't mean to just to ignore you there, but you were saying I know Final Fantasy V pretty well. I have beaten it once, so I know it enough, probably to where you're at, because I've definitely played the beginning of that game a few times. So you're probably not at the end. If you are, then holy crap. But no, I would say I'm pretty familiar with Final Fantasy V. Final Fantasy V is one of my favorite game designs, honestly. I love like class changing stuff in games. You know, Fire Emblem is kind of more linear, old school, and they kind of changed it a bit. So it's not quite the same, but that's fine sometimes. But I love when you can just like change to whatever you want, you know? So like, I love where you can just, I love when you can just be like, oh, I'm a fighter. Now I'm a mage. Like, I love that stuff. And you can go back and forth and whatnot. So, all right, hold on here. All right. Tell your story, Kingo. I see it there. In a town where you buy something and get arrested. Oh, there's that. I know where that is. When I went back to town, I went to buy stuff. Apparently, forgot to buy new magic. Okay. So what you're saying is that you... Oh, hold on. You made Final Fantasy V, and you know all the inner workings of the game, how it's developed. Yeah, exactly. In the town that had Kiraga raise... It doesn't only have the 2s. I feel like you don't get the 3s yet, unless... But you probably meant that. You did the fire ship and the library without those. That's pretty rough, probably. I'm trying to think of, like, at that point in the game, I guess you have like the second set of classes by then. Yeah, I guess that'd be pretty rough. If you didn't, no, you're good. If you didn't have, there's a summon you can. I don't know if you used the summoner or not, but I remember the early bit of that game. I remember Shiva carrying a lot, because I think you can get that by then. Spoilers if you didn't know that. So, but I love all the that's another game where like it has a bunch of like crazy secrets and stuff. I love that in games too. I love games where it has secrets so devious that are like, how could you find this without a guide? And it's like, just play games how I do and search every wall. It's like the Doom mentality, where when you play Doom and you just press the space bar on every single wall, hoping it opens. Yeah, finally, like, yep, you will be my mage. Absolutely. But yeah, you know, I love that. When I was making RPG games on like RPG Maker back in the day, I remember I had like this secret ghost character, and you like, it was so insanely missable. Like, this one town had like a graveyard, and there was no hints to this whatsoever, and I don't think you could. It wasn't by examining the tombstones that got you into the secret area. You had to like enter one of the gravestones from a certain direction, like something absurd like that. And in there was like this whole optional dungeon with this new character and all these other game mechanics that hadn't been introduced yet. And I'm like, I made this because I love stupid stuff like that in games. Like, I just love just insane secrets that are so easily missed, but like, you know, the ones that do find it, they appreciate it a lot. Like, you know, they took their time to look around and talk to the NPCs and whatnot, and they get rewarded for that. And then if you blow through the game, then you miss it. And it's like, well, hopefully you'll at least enjoy the core game that's there. But man, I wish I still had that RPG. I was working on that like all through high school, and it was decent length, honestly. You could probably play beginning to end of like how far I had made the game. It was at least a few hours, honestly. It was probably a 3-4 hour RPG. I know that doesn't sound like crazy long, but I mean it is, considering how long it takes to make things, especially on your own. Um, I had story, I had characters, like yeah, all the assets were just like default RPG Maker stuff, but um, it had its own story and it had class changing. Of course, it did. Absolutely, I haven't been paying attention. And that was when I was in high school. Um, that's cool though. The wake up boss of the game. You've really been enjoying this. That's awesome. That is really cool. I remember they didn't release Final Fantasy V here originally because they thought it'd be too hard, and it's just like certain parts of the game are hard. It's not like the entire game is. There is definitely some bosses that are just, they're not even hard. They're just unfair. But like there's so many mechanics in that game. There's one ability that's just like you just use it the whole game, and it breaks everything. And it's like, yeah, you could just play the game like that, I guess. But yeah, you said the training weights on. Exactly. Yeah, you've been figuring it out. Yeah, Final Fantasy V is great. I streamed it forever ago. If you're gonna play it today, I would still strongly recommend the fan translation for the Super Nintendo game, because it's mostly accurate, and you get the Final Fantasy V music, right? You get to play it on its original console. Like that's great. I'm sure the Pixel remaster is probably fine, and I mean you can turn on the original music, so I guess it's got that. But if you want to play what would have been the original translation, the Ted Woolsey, I think that's on the PlayStation 1. So I don't know how we got into Final Fantasy V. Thanks, King Out. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, the Ted Woolsey translation is on the PlayStation 1. So the Final Fantasy V Extreme Edition, as it would have been called here. Extreme. Imagine, like, how silly. Imagine that had happened if it had released here like that. And we would have known, people would have known Final Fantasy. Oh, yeah, have you played Final Fantasy V Extreme Edition? No different than calling 4 and 6 2 and 3, right? So, well, that would have been hilarious, honestly. It would have happened. People still call Final Fantasy 4 and 6 2 and 3, so that's just how it goes. And there's a ROM hack of Final Fantasy Tactics coming out that like it has like Final Fantasy 6 characters in it, which is pretty cool. And even though it's called like Final Fantasy 6 Tactics, the title's logo they use is like Final Fantasy 3. Like it even still has that. Like it doesn't have like one of the new logos or something. So I think that's pretty funny. But anyway, that's I think I'll probably call it quits now. I mean, it's almost 1. I'm just kind of rambling now, but I just kind of wanted to talk with you guys a little bit. I want to let you know that I was having a good time in Canada so far. I have been. It's been a good time. Gotten to see my family, and now I'm just kind of waiting to go home at this point. I mean, I'll see them. I'll see them soon again, and who knows whenever, but I'll spend the rest of my time here just kind of doing whatever, kind of just enjoying my last few days here. So but yeah. So what was the last thing I was going to say? Oh, you should check out your internet went out. Oh, well, I'm right at the end. I'm sorry. You should check out Slim Kirby's stream, because I think he streams Wednesdays. I don't think he streamed last Wednesday, but it is this Wednesday. Or maybe it's this Wednesday. No, I think it's this Wednesday he's off, right? Because it's July. No, he's off today. Dang it. Next week. I know. I figured that out. I used my detective work to realize that you're not streaming today. But you should check out Slim Kirby, who also streams on YouTube here. You should You should give this stream a like. What does that even do? Like, is anyone really gonna like go back to this and be like and watch this for 50 minutes? That's true. You do have a lengthy Super 16 recap video you put up. That's true. That is true. You should check that out. I'm looking forward to watching that actually. But I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how this YouTube streaming thing even works. And you'll be starting Animal Crossing YouTube streams soon. Yeah, looking forward to that. Helps algorithms. Yeah, but like, no, I don't think this 6 user 3 thumb up stream is gonna really bump me up those boards. I really appreciate you guys being here. By the way, honestly, like, you don't know why YouTube sells likes without dislikes. It's a number compared against nothing. I mean, it's no. I mean, Twitter has likes. It doesn't have downvotes. It's not really different. I mean, unless you're like, unless you don't like that too. It's not really any different. That's quitter talk. Yeah. Algorithm grinding. I'm just so laid back. Like, I don't care. I don't know. I just like having a good time. And that's why I'm streaming right now. You know, I like having a good time. That's all that matters to me. If I made somebody's day, then thanks. You know, I really do appreciate you being here. And I'm glad that this helped your day. I'm hoping to be streaming on Twitch again next week, finishing up Vesperia, however long I have left in that game. I really do hope to finish that up next week. That would be nice. And I would like to start doing YouTube streaming. If I don't have a job and I'm ready to start YouTube streaming, I will go forward with it. I will. But I'm gonna try my best to kind of wait until I'm gonna try my best to wait until I am working before I start regularly streaming. You hope I made someone's day? I hope so too. Thanks, Pixie. I hope I made your day. You wouldn't want a dislike thing on Twitter? Yeah. But that's it, guys. I don't know. How do you end this? That's true. There's a tweet. Yeah, that's right. You can only read so many tweets now. I honestly, I've just kind of, I made your day. Awesome. Well, thanks for being here. Honestly, I think once I start doing YouTube, more, I think I'm just gonna stop using Twitter too. I'm pretty much just gonna be like YouTube, because you can post community posts on here, so I can post whatever I'm thinking on here. So like, if it comes to a point where I don't need to use that anymore, I probably won't. And then I'll use Discord. If it's enough, if it's enough to like where I don't need it, then you haven't seen that limit since that. That's true. I had it the first day, and then I didn't even know it was a thing. And then I was like, do I really look at Twitter this much? I didn't even feel like I even looked at it that much that day. So I don't know if when you hit like the home button and it scrolls up, if that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know what I mean? Like when it like scrolls through all a bunch of unread tweets or something that you haven't gone through yet. I don't know if it counted like that. No idea, but haven't seen it at all. But I was pretty deep in editing. Okay. Moving to threads. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever I end up doing. I don't know. I'm on YouTube. You can find me on here. This is all I had back in the day when I got any kind of popularity, I suppose. Can do it again. This works for me. I enjoy it. I'd rather just kind of keep things simple. That's what I kind of want to do. That's what I want to do moving forward. I just want to keep things simple, like how I used to. And that's what I enjoy the most. So that's what I'm going to do. So thanks for watching. I'm at just about an hour. So, hey, timing works out. I don't know how to stop this. I assume it's just the X button in the corner. I sure hope so. Um, thank you for watching. I will be back next week, unless I do another one of these, but I probably won't because I won't have anything else to talk about for another hour. So have a good day, and I will be back to streaming on YouTube very soon. So goodbye.